Liz from Old Stables Crafts, and I've got an unboxing, but it's a mini unboxing video for you. So it's an item from the mini catalogue. If you're one of my existing customers, yours is winging its way to you. You may already have it. Fingers crossed, post allowing. So this will be on page 6 of the new catalogue. Can't show you the inside. I can show you the product though. So it's the Hello Dear Friend card kit. I've got the English version because that is about the only language I speak, and I'm not convinced I speak that particularly well. So let's crack it open and see what's in it. I do want to just have my version of the catalogue open so that I can tell you what's in it. So there are 12 cards, 3 each of 4 designs. There are a variety of sizes. Now, there's been some discussion on one of the demonstrator sites about the size of some of the cards and whether you can actually use the postal system to send them. In the UK, the answer to the question is yes, you can, because the UK has no minimum size, and it's all to do with smallness, not largeness, if you see what I mean. So if you're in the UK, anything that is in here you can post, and it should be fine. So long as you can get the stamp and the address on, the Royal Mail will do its darndest to get it to you. So lovely box. I really like these boxes. So nice box. This is an all-inclusive kit. So we have a Misty Moonlight ink spot. We've got some dimensionals and some copper trim. They don't actually say what it is. Let me see if it's on the back of the... No, it's not on the packet. Okay, it'll probably be on the instructions. The instructions are normally at the very bottom, underneath everything else. And there they are, just where I was expecting them to be. So let me open this up and see what it says. So yes, Misty Moonlight is your ink. And there is the ink spot for that. Now, personally, I tend to keep those for travelling and use my own large ink pads, but it's your choice. If you don't have a Misty Moonlight ink pad, get this and you will. And it's only £30 for everything, and you get the stamp set, which is cute, cute, cute. And that obviously you keep forever. So you've got just a little note, hello dear friend, thank you, a day to remember, and you make my heart smile. So really useful sentiments. So nothing too specific. So let's have a look at what it says we have. So we have got 7 stamps. Misty Moonlight Classic ink spot, clear stamp block, which is just a, it's a perfect size. It's about a D block. Let me grab a D block. So it's about the same size as a D block. Personally, I keep these for classes. Remember those things we could do once upon a time face to face? So classes. I'll keep those for those sorts of things, or if I'm doing a craft fair, again, one of those things we don't do at the moment. I think it's called, what's it called? Death Row Humour or something. Anyway, so yes, clear block. So if you don't have a block, you've got one. Then we've got 12 card bases, 12 printed envelopes, so 12 printed bases, 12 printed envelopes, printed die cuts, copper foil die cuts, vellum die cuts with copper foil, copper cord, this is they're calling cord. It looks like it's the same sort of cord as we had in the August-December catalogue, but in copper. So it's not the one that we've got in the annual catalogue for the Forever Fern that frays. It's a more substantial twine. So that, adhesive dots, dimensionals, and obviously the box. So let's have a look. So we've got, these are the cards that there's been some discussion about. So we've got 3 with this pattern and 3 with the stripes. The colours are Crushed Curry, Highland Heather, Melon Mambo, Misty Moonlight, Old Olive, Shaded Spruce, and White. So really interesting colour palette. So those are they. The matching envelopes are in Old Olive. And as I say, these are the ones that have caused some discussion on the demo websites. And they're printed all the way down here. Now, I'm not going to make up any of the cards today. I just thought I would show you what's in the box. But when I do, I'll see if I can come up with some alternative projects. And again, these are Old Olive Stripe, and they go all the way down. The cards are, size-wise, no, they're not. These smaller ones are 4.5 by 2.5 once they're folded. The larger ones are 5.5 by 4.25, so what I would call the standard American size. Lovely die cuts. So 3 sheets of this one. Look at these! Oh! So those are sandwiching the vellum. So let me get the card bases. So we've got 3 with this and 3 with this wonderful watercolour palette. Oh, love it. Vellum foiled, or foiled vellum. Stunning. Absolutely stunning. And again, how many? 3 sheets of those. 1 sheet of these die cuts and 2 sheets of the white with the copper surround. So that is what you get. Isn't that amazing? I say I'm not going to make one up. I might. Shall we see? Let's see. Let's at least make up a little one. So I'm going to grab my full-size Misty Moonlight, just so that I've got the other one for travelling. So there's my full-size Misty Moonlight. I'm going to make up one of the small ones, I think. So it's all done by numbers. So we've got steps. There are 5 steps, which may or may not need to be used. So this uses 1, 2, 3, and 4, but not 5. No, not 5. So there's some tips. Adhesive may show through the vellum. To avoid this, place adhesive behind other elements when adhering vellum to your card fronts. When tying the cord, secure the cord on the back of the vellum die cut with adhesive dots before tying your bow. Okay. Stamping dimensionals will create a raised element. Adhesive dots will adhere pieces together more evenly. So that's going to be to do with postage, because certainly in the UK, if you use more than 1 depth of dimensional, you're going into the next postage amount. So let's see. I'm going to avoid anything with cord because I don't think my fingers are up to it today. So I'm going to make this one. So one of the small ones. So I'll throw my instructions down. I think this is a large flower, because I think that's the small flower. So I'm going to take a large flower. And looking at it, you've got more than you need, I would say. So I need 1 of those. I need 2 of the leaf die cuts and 1 of the labels. So 2 of these, so that's 1, 2, and 1 of the labels. I'm going to avoid the vellum and things. So here are my adhesive dots, just in case you wondered where they were. Now, it's Hello Dear Friend is the stamp. So what I'm going to do is, with my stamp in hand, right, it's going to be 1 of these labels, because I'm sticking a flower over some of the labels, so it's going to be 1 of these labels there. Right, okay, so I don't need that. I don't need anything much else. I need an envelope, and I need 1of the card bases. But other than that, that is all I need. So, because I am just one of those people, the first thing I'm going to do is go round and take the pips off, because I'm not a fan of pips. They just don't do anything for me. So if you're happy with the pips, please don't feel you have to be as OCD as me about these things. But I need to get rid of the pips. It's just the way I am. There we go. So I don't, oh, there's one. I think that may, oh no, there's one there. Yep, happy with that. And then just the label, which always seems to have pips. Actually, this isn't too bad. Not too bad at all. Right, so, hello friend. I'm going to use a smaller block than the one that comes in the kit because I've got one. First thing I would do is to make sure that I've given it a surface to adhere ink to. There is a film that is sprayed onto the moulds when these are made, and sometimes there is some of that spray left, and it doesn't like ink very much. So what I would always suggest, she says, trying to find something, is that you get your stamp, rub it, and make sure that you've got a clear stamp. The first couple can be a little dodgy, particularly if you don't rub the surface first, but it's fine now. Don't need all those envelopes, but never mind. So this is going to go, so we're going to have that there. So I want this towards the top-ish, and vaguely central, and preferably straight. So hold that in place so that the ink has a chance to transfer. And there we are, our beautiful stamped image, so I don't need that anymore. And as I say, I'll keep this for travelling. If you find it's a little dry at any point, just store it upside down and that will help get the ink to the surface. I don't know if you've ever registered, but our ink pads, when you store them, if I open this up, they actually store upside down. So here's the ink is attached to the lid, so they're always stored upside down. If they're overly inky, just turn them over and that will help sort it out. So that will dry slightly lighter than it is. That's going to go on there. Need to get my card. So that's going to go there, that's going to go there, and then these are going to tuck in underneath, and that is going to be our card basically done. So I'm going to bring that down a wee bit. So this I'm going to stick onto my label. You could use one of the glue dots. For speed, I'm going to use, oops, some glue. She says, there we go. So the thing to remember is that it's got to fit into the space. So I don't want it down here. So I need a little bit of a space at the top. I've got my line, my fold lined up here. So if I have that there, then I know that so long as I'm above this line, I'm going to be okay. So if I go there, that's vaguely central. The other joy with the liquid glue is that it gives you that little bit of wiggle room. So you may want to take your sentiment up a tiny bit. Doesn't need to be much. Then that's going to go on with dimensionals. So let's just get it in place. And these are going to be stuck down with just glue dots, I think. So I've got 1, 2, and then 3 as my instructions. So 1 is stamp, 2 is adhere with dimensionals, 3 is adhere with dots. So these are going on not with dimensionals basically. So what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to stick this on with dimensionals, and then I'm going to tuck the leaves underneath. So I'm going to go top and middle, and that should give me enough support to then tuck my leaves in underneath. Might go just one in there, and then I can do some tucking. So I find it much easier to tuck under rather than try and work out where something is and glue it underneath and then put the thing on top. Faffing! So pop that down. And then these I can adhere with liquid adhesive. So actually I'll just pop a little bit of, there's part of me that almost thinks that they should be sticky, as in, you know, self-adhesive stickers, but they're not. But it's got that sort of depth to it. They're actually really nicely done. So this we can tuck in under there, and then this one we can tuck in under there. Maybe scoot that round a little bit. There we go. Fold our card, grab a bone folder, and our first card is done. So really quick. So where are we? We're at 16 minutes, including unpacking, waffle, and making a card. And then that will fit really nicely into our envelope, ready for, in the UK at least, popping in the post. So there you go. Wonderful for new stampers, crafting on the go. So, you know, in those days when we can move. Great for crafting on the go. If you're sitting in a somewhere waiting for an appointment, you can have everything in your box and do it, I don't know, just do it on the go. Anyway, I hope you found that interesting. I highly recommend it as a kit. It's beautiful, and as I say, for £30 you get your ink pad and your stamp set, which will go on forever, as well as your mini block. So those things you have forever. Everything else, you know, use it for your cards. Strip your envelopes down, use those for other cards. Just craft away. I'm waffling now, so have a fantastic day. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed seeing this. If you don't already subscribe, you can do that by clicking in the bottom right hand corner. If you would like to see more close-ups, please hop over to my website, which is linked immediately below in the description bar, and it says associated blog post. That's the one for this. Have a fantastic Christmas and New Year, and I look forward to seeing you again very soon. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye!